Is Emily DeSimone, and I am your host. Thank you so much for joining us for the 24th Annual Garden State Film Festival. This year, we have over 200 films and film-centered events from various countries, all happening across 9 venues from March 26th to the 29th this year. Today, I am here with director, writer, producer, key cast member, and editor Clotilde Delavina of the Voices of Neurodiversity in Cinema short film, The Things We Do. Clotilde, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you
Thank you
today?
so much. I'm great. I'm great. I'm excited to do this. And yeah, this is exciting. I
That's
can't
great.
wait for this festival.
Well, congratulations on your film being accepted into the Garden State Film Festival. Would you please tell our live audience a bit about The Things We Do?
All right. So, The Things We Do is a film about a woman consumed by guilt after betraying someone she loves, struggling to piece her life back together and make things right. And it takes it takes us on a journey of I wanted to explore the idea of guilt and trauma and how that affects us all and how one navigates it. And there's no black or white way to go through that. It's a very individual thing, and it can be chaotic. So
Mhm.
that's the idea.
Yeah, well, something I've come to find is nothing in life is black and white. It's
No,
always
never.
somewhere, some shade of gray in the middle. So, what inspired your writing for The Things We Do?
So it was a very interesting thing. The movie came, like, the reason why I made this film is because I had a random vision of an opening shot. That's how it started. I knew how it would start. It would be well, I don't want to reveal too much, although it is the opening shot, but an extreme close up on someone's eyes with a
Mhm.
tear running upward. And I wanted it to be intentionally confusing and wanted to draw the audience in the characters' inner chaos and confusion. And I keep repeating myself, but the idea of confusion was very prevalent. So and so that's how it started. After that, I knew it would be a troubled journey, but I
Mhm.
didn't know exactly where it would go. And so everything kind of came from my own experience, although it's not a true story. It's like a
Mhm.
patchwork of things that happened to me or people I know, or just weave together in this story. But the feeling of dealing with, again, guilt and trauma, that comes from a real place, and I just wanted to explore that. And yeah, that's kind of how I put this thing together.
Absolutely. Well, what was this filming process like for you?
Now that's going to be the interesting part. So it and so I know we talked about so the neurodiversity section and whatnot. So I've had the I don't say the worst. I don't want to like create a hierarchy or whatever, who got it worse, but I've had pretty debilitating ADHD my entire life. And so to give you an idea of how that ties in with the film,
Mhm.
it was 1 day production. It was supposed to be, in my head, the way I visualized it, I was like, 1 day production. This film is going to be done in a week or two max. I'm going to be submitting it to festival. Yeah. And on to the next project. Ready? 1 day production, main production. And it was actually 420 because of the date, random. 420, 2021 took me 4.5 years to finish. So that kind of gives you an idea of, yeah, the chaos that I myself, as the person behind a camera, just got myself into. So 4 years of pickup shots,
Mhm.
um 3 different iPhones. But it
Mhm.
was shot on Red Gemini, but we did the pickup shot on iPhone.
Mhm.
Anyway, we finally got to something that I lost my hard drive crashed, lost 6 months of footage. I got pregnant with my second daughter in between, got my laptop stolen from my car in Paris one night with everything in it while 7 months pregnant. I mean, I could go on and on. And yeah, and 4.5 years later, I was able to get it done. And here I am. I finally started submitting like a couple of months ago. So it was a very interesting journey. Like the filming experience, that 1 day, a lot of, again, learning about self and how
Mhm.
organization is not my forte. And since I'm the producer as well, and then I'm like, next project, I'm not taking on that hat at all. That's someone else.
I personally definitely have a bit of ADHD myself. Like I say a bit, definitely to the max. Like I need charts. I love numbers. I love having like bullet points to go by because personally that's how my brain works too. So you are definitely not alone in that at
Yeah.
all.
And
And
I
you
really found a community, like, people like you, people sharing their experience. It has helped me a lot because, to be honest, and I'm sorry to cut you. I was like, growing up
no,
in
you're fine. Fine.
growing up in France, it was never, no one would diagnose it. So I was never
Mhm.
diagnosed until way later on. And
Yeah.
when I was finally, I was like, oh, I'm not crazy. Because I thought it was, I thought everything about me was so wrong. But to a level, I was like, I know I have things to offer. I know I have things to
Yeah.
get, like, I know I have talent, but why is everything else wrong about me? And I just couldn't figure it out. I just, until like in my adulthood was diagnosed, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not crazy. And that was why, and that was why. And up until I submitted to this film, to this festival, and they
Mhm.
said certain things in that category, and I was like, well, that's part of it too.
Yeah.
And it just shed more light on my, on this condition. So I forgot what you said first, but anyway, no, yeah, it was. So go ahead, take it from here.
I I feel like you are speaking what's going on in my brain
Okay.
for myself right now. Like I've always thought like what is wrong with me? Like why am I so like forward about these things? Why am I so like and I would always like consider myself just very um like I don't want to use the word weird, but like I just didn't
Yeah.
understand it. And then to meet other people and like see that it's ADHD, I'm like, oh, so it's
Yeah, you just start connecting.
fine.
No, absolutely.
Well,
Just yesterday alone, I was saying, and again for this movie, it's like literally how I feel. It's like I was like, best way I would describe it is like, I know I have a lot to offer, but I literally need an adult in the room, quote
yeah.
unquote, to help me make decisions and tell me what to do. In the sense of like, I know what I want to do, but it's
Mhm.
like, can you please now show me how that works? Like,
Mhm.
how do I make it happen? Like, how do I just help me with my decisions? I can't.
I'm 29 and I need a bigger adult. I've always felt that way.
That's
But
so
like
I feel like, yeah, a child's in an adult body and having to parent and adults
mhm,
and whatever, and
mhm.
it's, yeah.
What is it? This might have been what I had asked, but what is it that you want your audiences to take away from this film?
You know, I have asked myself this question so many times, and I feel like it's evolved from when I started writing the movie to now. I think inner like some, I guess, some self-reflection, some healing, a form of healing. I wanted to ask some questions and provide some, again, some, I wouldn't say answers, but some thoughts,
Mhm,
like food for thoughts, that again, that would connect to that possible healing. So
mhm,
I kind of wanted, yeah, this sense of like self-reflection and yeah, a hint of healing if possible, because I know I've been told many times as people were watching it, there was something therapeutic about it.
mhm.
At least parts of the film, I don't know, yeah, but it's, and I think that was definitely the goal, and I'm glad that is how it was received by most of the people that saw it so far. So
Mhm.
yeah, I hope I answered the question.
No, absolutely. Would you say that there was a specific film or director that inspires the style that you've taken on for this film?
I would, okay, so even though it wasn't necessarily like my favorite film of all, I thought it was an amazing film, but I wouldn't say it's my top three personally, but it kind of makes me feel like, Boyhood, or all those slice of life movies that
Mhm,
aren't really, it's not like plot driven or like,
mhm,
keep you on the edge or anything like that. It's more, it's meant to be more of a very hopefully real, like realistic and humane like film, just
mhm.
really diving in the realness of what we go through as human beings without the, definitely not an action film or anything like that. So I would say it kind of reminds me of, yeah, Boyhood, or Moonlight. In a way, okay, now my favorite films and who like inspire me as filmmakers, which would be for my next project, because this was obviously also low budget, but like Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. So even though this is way lower, it's not on that scale, it still has elements of it in a sense of that deep dive into human like psychology, or someone's just struggling with what they're feeling and trying to make sense of it and trying to move forward. And where do I go from here with what I'm dealing with. And David O. Russell's films I love as well. So Silver Linings Playbooks, and I love that film. I love most of his films. So this is my goal for the future, for my features, that dramedy but very, very realness. Like I love that.
Well, in speaking on the future, what would you say that this film has taught you that you can keep with you moving forward into your next project and future projects?
So like I said, I need an adult in the room. So that would be the producer. I need someone else who does everything. I'm not taking that anymore. That's over. And I've done it many times in the past, but I'm done with this. So that's for sure. More preparation. I know it might sound very technical, but those are like the key things that I took from it. I think trusting myself more when it comes to the writing and to certain things. I feel like I was living in so much doubt. Like I had so much doubt getting into it. It was the first time I took that chance, like took that leap of faith, So I think trusting myself more. But yeah, I would say more preparation, having other people taking on other things. And since I acted in my film as well, having definitely, if I ever do that again, I need those eyes. So I need either be like, I don't know, a second director or an acting coach on set or whatnot, something, that would help me. That was part of course, as most of it, but that was my frustration, is like, oh, there's so many things I could have done different. And I needed all those takes that I didn't have. And,
everything in hindsight, I think, helps us to be stronger and wiser moving forward in everything that we do.
Absolutely. And editor too. I'm hiring someone else for sure. Yeah. I'm not doing it myself anymore.
But you know what though? Like, don't be too hard on yourself, because you've made an amazing piece that is now in the festival circuit. I take. What are your future plans for the things we do?
What are my future plans? You said,
or like current plans, future plans.
Yeah. So for this, for the things we do, I would say just finish this festival, circuit journey. Is that how you say it? Circuit? Yeah, I think. And just meet more people. Get to know, like just increase my I won't say network, not network. What you call it? I just want to create like a solid individual network around me to do future projects, to work on future projects together. So I'm trying to connect with the like-minded people, and like energy is very important for me. So if I need to click with people, like for an optimal work environment, that's so important for me. And I think that's also part of like also having been judged my entire life for just being too much or being this. I just need that, really that very uplifting and empowering work environment. So that's key. But so and after I'm done with this, putting out streaming services, and then I have at least 5 other projects that I've like thank you. I had to force myself to pause so I would focus on one thing at a time, because again, 4.5 years. So yeah.
Well, it has been such a pleasure. And you had said something real quick that you said, like, people are constantly judging. I've always felt this, and I read something once that it's not that we are too much. It is sometimes that other people are not enough.
That's a good one.
That is okay, because they will find people that are the perfect level for them. And we are absolutely to find people that are the perfect level for us, that embrace our bright, bold personalities. So it has been such a pleasure. Will I be able to meet you in person in March?
Yeah, I'm coming in person. Yeah, I can't wait.
Fabulous. I look so forward to meeting you. For our live viewers, The Things We Do will be screening on Saturday, March 28th in the Berkeley Continental Ballroom during the film block 6 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. We hope to see you at the Garden State Film Festival this year with over 200 films screening across 9 venues, including hosting parties, panels, events, and more. Get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. Clotilde, it was such a pleasure to speak with you today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I look so forward to meeting you in March.
Same. Thank you, Emily. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.